Hello, Manchester City fans. Today we're going to discuss Rodri's recent injury and how it affects our season. Who will be able to fill this gap and keep our midfield strong? Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss any updates about City. Let's embark on this journey towards new achievements together. Last week we had a heavyweight clash against Arsenal, a much-anticipated duel for fans on both sides, promising intensity until the final minute. The Etihad Stadium was electrified, with a fervent atmosphere as the two giants of the Premier League battled it out. Even with the final score being a draw, the tension was palpable. However, it wasn't just the result that concerned Manchester City fans, but also devastating news that hit like a bombshell. Rodri's injury, one of the cornerstones of the team, known for his ability to control the midfield. The talented midfielder suffered a serious knee injury, something none of us expected, especially at this crucial point in the season. After medical examinations, the diagnosis was clear and grim. Rodri is out for the 2024-25 season. Rodri's absence represents a severe blow for Manchester City, and it's difficult to calculate exactly what impact this will have on the team's performance. Considered one of the best midfielders in world football, his ability to dictate the tempo of the game and transition between defense and attack is unparalleled. His absence will create a void in midfield, which will be felt not only by the defense, reliant on his coverage, but also by the attackers who depend on his precise passing and tactical awareness. However, if there is anyone in the football world who knows how to deal with such adversities, it is Pep Guardiola. The Catalan manager has repeatedly demonstrated his ability to adapt and find innovative solutions, even in the most challenging situations. Shortly after the confirmation of Rodri's injury, Guardiola made it clear that the club is already exploring ways to fill this gap. In a recent interview, Guardiola hinted that reinforcing the squad in the upcoming January transfer window is a real possibility. "We are discussing this internally," said the manager, suggesting that the club is already evaluating options in the market. This has set City fans abuzz, speculating on who would be the ideal name to replace the Spaniard. City has shown over the years that they are not shy about opening the coffers when it comes to keeping the team competitive at the highest level. According to the tabloid The Sun, the club would have a significant amount available, estimated at around $40 million, to invest in a new midfielder. Until a new signing is brought in, Guardiola will have to rely on Croatian Mateo Kovacic, who has already shown himself to be a consistent and dependable player. Kovacic, an experienced and talented midfielder, now faces a unique opportunity to establish himself as the new conductor of City's midfield. But the big question is, does Kovacic have what it takes to hold this position until January? He will need to demonstrate not only his technical ability, but also his leadership and capacity to keep City competitive, both in the Premier League and the Champions League. Pep Guardiola has made it clear that he will not make any hasty decisions. "We have time until January to assess what we really need, and only then will we decide how to act," the manager said. This cautious approach is characteristic of Guardiola, who always prioritizes a detailed analysis before making moves in the transfer market. Now, fans, the question arises. If Manchester City does go to the market, who would be the ideal name to replace Rodri? There are many talented players across the top European leagues, but finding someone with the same ability to dominate midfield with precision, intensity, and vision will be a monumental challenge. Rumors have already begun circulating about potential targets, such as Frenkie de Jong from Barcelona, Declan Rice from Arsenal, and even N'Golo Kante, currently at Al Ittihad. But would any of these players fit seamlessly into the style of play Guardiola has implemented at City? Another important point to consider is Kovacic. He now has the chance to show he can be the internal solution for City without the need to venture into the market in January. The Croatian is a player with experience in high-level competitions, both in the Premier League and international tournaments, but the pressure will be immense. He will need to prove himself in all aspects, from consistency to decision-making in critical moments of matches. So, City fans, what do you think? Will Kovacic be able to fill the gap left by Rodri? And if not, who would be the ideal reinforcement for our midfield in January? Share your thoughts in the comments, and let's discuss what the best options for the club are at this challenging time. Recently, rumors have begun to gain traction in the corridors of European football about a name that could be the key to solving this puzzle: Samuele Ricci, a midfielder from Torino in Serie A. Ricci is just 23 years old, but is already seen as one of the most promising players of his generation. With an impressive ability to control possession and a refined tactical understanding, he has consistently been praised for his performances in Italy. Ricci has already made his debut for the Italian national team and has been a key player in Luciano Spalletti's system. During the Nations League, he was one of the standout performers in Italy's 3-1 victory over France, demonstrating that he can shine in high-pressure moments. This performance has caught the attention of several European giants, including Milan and Napoli, who attempted to sign him last summer. However, Torino resisted the offers, knowing they had a true gem on their hands. Ricci's market value, which was initially $10 million when Torino signed him from Empoli in 2022, has skyrocketed. Today, the young Italian is valued at around $42 million, and Manchester City seems willing to pay this amount to secure his services. But is Ricci really the answer to City's problems? His ability to maintain possession and his vision are undeniable. But will he be able to handle the pressure of replacing such an important player as Rodri in a team competing for Europe's top titles? City fans are divided. Some believe that Ricci has the perfect profile to fit into the club's style of play. Under Guardiola's management, he could develop even further and become one of the best midfielders in the world. Others, however, are more cautious, questioning whether such a young player has the maturity and experience needed to take on such a significant responsibility. And of course, there's always the question of how Kovacic will perform until January. If the Croatian can stand out and keep City's midfield functioning, perhaps the need to sign Ricci or any other player will be less urgent. Guardiola is known for his confidence in developing internal talents, and Kovacic has all the tools to thrive under his guidance. Another name circulating in the background is Kevin De Bruyne. Although the Belgian is still considered one of the best midfielders in the world, recent speculation suggests that he may be nearing the end of his career at Manchester City. With a series of injuries keeping him off the pitch in recent seasons, some believe that 2025 could be De Bruyne's last year at the club. In the last transfer window, there were rumors that De Bruyne might be heading to Al Ittihad, the Saudi club where Karim Benzema currently plays. While these speculations have cooled down and De Bruyne has remained at City, many believe his departure in 2025 is inevitable. If that happens, City will face the difficult challenge of replacing one of the most influential players in the club's history. And who could be that successor? One name that has frequently been mentioned is Jamal Musiala from Bayern Munich. Musiala, who is just 21, is already considered one of the biggest talents in world football. With his technical ability, vision, and capacity to decide matches, he could be the ideal replacement for De Bruyne, bringing freshness and creativity to City's midfield. However, signing Musiala would be an extremely expensive operation, with Bayern Munich demanding an exorbitant fee to release their young talent. Guardiola and the City board will have to weigh their options carefully, deciding whether it is worth investing a fortune in Musiala or looking for more affordable alternatives. The future of Manchester City, both in terms of immediate replacements and long-term plans, is filled with uncertainties. What we know for sure is that the club will face significant challenges in the coming months, and how Guardiola and his coaching staff deal with these adversities will determine the success of the 2024-25 season. So, fans, I want to hear from you. Is Samuele Ricci the right player to replace Rodri? Will Kovacic be able to hold the fort until the transfer window? And looking further into the future, would Jamal Musiala be the ideal successor to Kevin De Bruyne? Share your thoughts in the comments and let's discuss the future of our club. We've reached the end of another video. Thank you for staying up to date with the latest from Manchester City. If you enjoyed the content, please like and subscribe to the channel to ensure you don't miss any news or updates about Manchester City. Turn on the notification bell to stay informed. Until next time.